Hi everyone, this is Steph Cloudy Sky today, and it's 2023, so I want to wish you all a happy new year. I know 2022 holiday seasons, you got all those phishing scams. And in the physical world, we had some porch pirates, not me, but I've seen a lot on the neighbor's app if you have a ring, which I do too. So today I want to go and talk about cybersecurity because after all, it is here to stay. So let's just get started. Cybersecurity. We're gonna, scams, fishes, vicious. In case one you want to know what I'm talking about, scam. Scam is as old as time. I've heard a story about ancient Roman in the court of Julius Caesar, who, as far as I'm concerned, is a scam, like insurances, that burnt down people's houses who wouldn't pay him the protection money. So scams has been as going on for as long as us humans have been on Earth. But cybersecurity is new. But then at one time, the West was new. Now let's talk about fishes. Phishing is, you think about a company that you know and you trust, and you see an email that seems to be from them. That's what we're calling phishing. And then vicious, that's when they do it over voice. Like either there's a phone compartment to it. Either they could even send you a letter and tell you to call this number, and they have a call center set up to scam you. So we're gonna look at some emails today. But before that, I noticed over the holidays that a lot of companies sent out warnings to users and customers. I mean, let's be honest, education is important in preventing the cybersecurity threat. Yes, I wrote it here so I could read it, but also that you can see it in case you don't understand me so well. I'm going to explain the second part. I'm going to read it first. Users, customer account is compromised. A threat agent can possibly use that account to possibly elevate privilege and compromise the company even more. So yes, they have a you know incentive to educate their user because they do give us access. If you ever shop online, you have a user account. It may not be the same as the internal employee's account, but you have an account that's in their database that if they leave one server, they could, possibly end up in the company server. So there's a way, it usually is gated, but if something is not set up fully corrected and they can get into a user account, they could actually get into the company. And for the individual, I mean, I'll admit to you doing this years and years ago, but this whole idea of using the same password because you don't want to have to remember all these different passwords. Well, if you're the target, and we're talking about spear phishing and whale phishing, and you have that same password you use over a bunch of websites, and they cracked it on one, they can use that password on what they really want to do. So, it's good. Education is good for all of us. Now, a lot of people say, but it's not the real world, it's just the internet. Well, when I saw all the emails that people are sending out to make us aware of security threats, I mean, these warnings are not just for the holiday season. Our digital presence should be secure like we would in a physical world. Now, I put this table together because I was thinking, well, what do I think is comparable? I lock my doors. Okay, fine, I live in Florida, South Florida, not just Florida. Well, what would be the cyber equivalent? Well, if you're going to do something with, banking information or some, privileged information, use a secure email, or you can password protect your documents and call the other person and give them the password to open the document. Those are some ways of locking the door. Alarms. Banking. If you bank online, or credit cards, you could set up alerts so that when it might be a little bit annoying to get alert when you're the one shopping, but if somebody else is shopping on your card, it's a great thing. Two-factor authentication is a big push right now. Now, another way, check ID, and this is the one you probably know I do a lot. Verify links, or as I call it, you hover over to see if it belongs to the domain that you think it should. And we're going to look at some of those. let's review some emails. Yeah, that was for me. Now here on this email, I opened it because it said it was from Amazon, but I hovered over the domain. And I can't blow this up any bigger, but hopefully I remember to do it when I'm editing. You will see that the domain is from www.amazon.com. And it's because I signed in on a different device. And this is something else they're doing. So they're used to you signing in on one device. When you sign in into another device, it tags it. Well, they send you an email to your last known email. And I like this. Is it safe to follow some link? This is a brand that's providing some education. Because I like what they said, and this is something you should look at when you're looking at any other email that give you a multi MFA, multifaceted authentication link. Where is it coming from? Like the link provided in this email starts with, and it tells you what it starts with, and all domains should do that if they're giving you a link. And if you prefer, they tell you to copy and paste the link. And you can see that the link starts with what it should. Now I'm going to show you some others. Now here's one purporting to be from Walmart. I didn't even open it. I just hovered over where it says Walmart, and I'm seeing at linningcastle.com. And I love their little catchy subject. They're trying, congratulations, you have won an ultimate non-stick cookware. But, that's just to draw you in, lure you in. But look on the domain. It's not coming from walmart.com. And I got a couple of these over Christmas for some reason. I'm not sure because I wasn't shopping for anybody. And here's another one. Yeah, that's a pretty long. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna let you look at that at something.org.uk. So just by hovering over where they claim to be the sender, you can see the real sender. Now I went in on that second one and looked at the header. So as you can see, even from looking at the from, if you look at the from, you can see that the domain doesn't match the national brand. Or I shouldn't say national brand because some of these are global companies. It doesn't match the company. And then of course they're using that scarcity urgent. Oh, you want to get this? It's ready to ship for free. Let's see if they do more of that. Oh, come on, you need this. You want this. They got to lure you in. Get started. There's only limited supply. That whole thing. So you're over the get started. It shows the domain to be, it gives an IP address and it doesn't have the company's domain. So we know that is not real. So I did want to, and maybe in another video I'll try and comprise all the different sorts of things you can look for, because I found a lot of companies were sending out emails, just letting their users know to be aware of fraud and scam, and giving them some really good tips. And maybe next time I'll try and find all those emails and put it together and compare it with some emails I got in the next video. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that content, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe and spread the word. I need to get some more subscribers, okay? And I'll see you next time. Enjoy 2023.